Okay. Again, that was just hilarious. I don't know. That was pretty. That was funny. It tends to be. I was under the impression the negative delusions tend to be the ones that are like horror themed. Like someone freaking dying in horrible ways. And I guess we got that a few times, but a lot of the time as well, it's just funny. I don't know. Well, if that happened, I don't think I would ever recover. But Serica and I were in a situation where that could happen any time. And maybe it was time to go home after all. As that stupid idea crossed my mind.
しょっと。ねえ、タク。とりあえず今日は諦めて出直そうよ。
Serica stood up and rubbed her butt a little.
お前は気にならないのかよ。
え？
この病院は。
This was the hospital that we'd snuck into a long time ago, looking for an urban legend called Amy. Yes. That's something that I don't really know about as well. In the end, we had to give up before we could figure it out. But if there was some connection between the sumo stickers and this hospital...
そりゃ気になるよ。調べられるなら調べたい。でも、こうなっちゃったらさ、明日からちゃんと面会時間に通い詰めて入れるチャンスを待った方がよくない？
Meh. Okay.
それはまあ。
今だったらこの回で見つかりさえしなければ普通に外に出られるでしょ？
It is weird though that a guy is walking out of the women's washroom with her or with his like female friend, but anyway, this place had an ER, so it was open at night and people would be going in and out. As long as we could get to the first floor lobby safely, we'd be able to walk right out. Damn it, maybe we didn't have a choice.
わかった。とりあえず。
My phone vibrated again.
またか。
I thought it was Kurusu calling me again, but it wasn't. I checked once again that there was no one in the restroom and answered the phone.
もしもし。
おい、宮代。お前、今どこにいる？
どうした？
副部長が事件を追うのはやめなさいって切れてるぞ。
Oh, uh-oh. Seriously?
今、あなたたちは何してるんだって問い詰められた。てか、怒鳴られた。怖かった。
Very scary.
お前、まさか。
Yeah, Ito said.
全部喋った。そしたら、設置した監視カメラを外しなさい。いや、私が今すぐ外しに行くっつって電話切られた。
Oh.
お前、そこは耐えろよ。
無理言うなよ。思わず副部長に敬語だったぞ、俺。
Damn it, that coward. Even though, well, I don't think Takaru would also, be any better. Well, I knew how he felt.
で、とりあえずお前のことは何か別に気になったことがあったみたいで、尾上と一緒にそれを調べてるみたいですって言っておいたから。何してるか知らねえけど、副部長に殺される前に謝っとけよ。てか、電話に出てやれ。
He hung up before I could say anything. It was clear that he wanted to stay out of this. With nothing else to do, I put away my phone.
のんちゃん、元気出たんだ。よかった。
Serica looked happy. She must have overheard the conversation.
いや、よかったじゃないよ。
でも、のんちゃんらしいよ。
Serica nodded to herself, satisfied. She really did look happy.
お前、どっちの味方なんだ？
タクだよ。タクだって、のんちゃんが元気ないの嫌でしょ？
そりゃ、いや、いい。
タク、行くの？
言っとくけど、 諦めたわけじゃないからな。
I just didn't feel like I was gonna find out anything more by staying here. I just come back tomorrow during visiting hours. And dodge Kurusu somehow.
よし。
There was no one around. Oh, spooky Japanese hospital. The nurse at the nurse's station was staring at her PC. If we crouched down, she couldn't see us. I motioned to Sarika and we quietly left the bathroom and started for the lobby. We made it across and arrived in front of the elevator. I looked ahead and saw an automatic door with thick frosted glass. The psych ward lay beyond it. Next to it was a control terminal with an intercom. When visiting, you would say your name and have them unlock the door from the inside.
くそ。
Yeah, we can't really get in. We can't, sneak in. During visiting hours, I've been sitting in the lobby waiting for the automatic door to open. I tried to see if there's a way to sneak in alongside another visitor, but had run out of time before I got in the chance.
たく、しょうがないよ。出直そう。
Sarika must have noticed me staring at it because she motioned for me to leave.
ああ。
She was right. If we use the elevator, they might notice a sound. We just have to take the stairs. Hmm?
たく
Sarika stopped just before Sarika stopped just before she reached the stairs.
いや、今。
I heard a beeping noise coming from this automatic door. Someone's coming out? I dragged Sarika out onto the landing for the stairs. That was weird. I didn't hear any footsteps. Huh? Well, it's open. Hmm?
嘘。
I took a look around the corner and saw that the door was open.
なんで。
It was definitely open, and there was no sign that anyone had come out. I could see deeper into the ward now that the frosted glass was out of the way. The hallway was dark and it was long past lights out. Is someone using stealth camo? It's my theory that someone was using stealth camo right all along. Or maybe this is something else, I don't know. Why? Why had it opened? Was it set to open automatically from the inside and someone had walked close enough to trip the sensor? I hadn't seen anyone pass by. I nodded back at Sarika as she pointed down the stairs. Someone was coming up. What should we do? There wasn't enough time for the elevator to get it here. The lobby was out of the question. Should we go upstairs? Or would we be safe if we just walk downstairs and act like nothing was wrong? The dark hallway seemed to be beckoning me. There were no guards or nurses around it. I probably have no choice.
たく、あなたも他の人と違わない。ただの高校生でしょ。
Well, Takeru does not want to believe that, so he'll probably dive right in the hallway. I grabbed Sarika's hand and ran straight for the open door.
わかんないけどチャンスだ。行こう。
Sarika was behind me, so I couldn't tell if she nodded or not. I ran faster so I wouldn't have to hear my heart pounding, and a moment later, we were inside the psych ward. Did the nurse not notice, I guess? Oh well. As I listened to the door shut behind me, I moved up next to the wall and took a look around. It was too dark to see all the way to the end of the hallway, but there didn't seem to be anyone there. The green light of the emergency exit reflected off the floor, bathing us in dim light.
タクって
I realized I was still holding Sarika's hand, lewd. I quickly let go when she turned her hand toward the wall.
これ
She was pointing at a simple map of the ward. It showed the nurse's station, the exam rooms, and what were probably the numbers for the patients' rooms.
確か絵描きって奥の個室に入院しているんだよな。
Sarika nodded, but the map didn't say if the rooms were singles or not. I looked at the doors in front of me. There were plates with what looked like 2 patient names. These rooms were doubles, which meant that any room with the same layout was also probably a double. I looked back at the map. Where were the private rooms?
あった。ここら辺だ。くそ、やっぱり奥の方だな。
あっち
Sarika pointed further down the hall. With Sarika behind me, I turned to the side and started to walk as quietly as I could. That weird scent unique to hospitals was stinging my nose. I was used to it, but it was still a little creepy. And it was too quiet. If this was a psych ward, I expected to hear some crazy screaming or something.
いや、
Well, I mean,
喧嘩。
yeah, that's just a stereotype.
閉鎖病棟とはいえ、
It's not like they're
大半は高齢の認知症の人たちだろうし。
It's not like they're just screaming all day. That's crazy. Well, sealed ward? Locked entrance. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how it works in hospitals. I guess. All I know is that mental asylums, for example, they tend to be not very good, as as described in many stories, actually. The environment in like a mental asylum or a mental hospital is not very good. But I guess this one is a combination, there's like a ward that includes like a psychiatric ward, but I don't know how it works. I'm not a doctor and I don't visit hospitals all that much, so I don't know. You would expect the patients to be screaming 24 hours a day, especially after lights out. But what was it all with the air here? No, it didn't matter. It was just another dim hallway. Do you also have scophobia? Or what's it called again? What's it called again? Let's see. You can look it up right here. Scotophobia. Yes, that's what it's called. Scotophobia. Do you also have scotophobia? Takoru? I wasn't going to the scene of the crime this time.
Huh?
Just like a spooky hospital. That's fine. And then I realized, come to think of it, when I'd gone inside the Love Hotel, I'd first tried to get past the door, then almost given up. I turned around and saw the empty hallway stretching out before me, past a confused Sarika. The automatic door was on the other side of the corner.
あの時も鍵が勝手に。
That's right. The door to the hotel had opened on its own, just like the automatic door here. The police had told me I'd been mistaken, but maybe it was really...
タク、どうしたの
Oh.
いや、
Again, I have 2 explanations. Maybe 3, but maybe either there's an invisible person, screwing with us, or considering that there was an automatic lock on the Love Hotel and there's an automatic door on this hospital, maybe, someone's like a super hacker somehow, and just opening these locks for some reason without them actually being there. Or third theory is that it's just supernatural. Who knows? It's just like magic, I feel like that's the most disappointing explanation, but who knows? We'll see, I guess. I realized that I stopped moving. Or it could be, it could also just be something I just never had thought about. Who knows? Ah, crap, was that a nurse?
こっち
Back in the stall again, are we?
ああ、松下さん、点滴逆血してたよ。
またですか？外しちゃってました？
それがね。
I could hear what sounded like two nurses in the hallway.
バレちゃった？
いや、
I listened carefully. They seemed to be talking about a patient. Good, they hadn't found us. We would have to stay here until they left.
タク、そういえばさ。
ん？
昔忍び込んだ時ってどこに行ったか覚えてる？
I took my ear off the door.
そりゃ覚えて。いや、具体的にどこか覚えてないな。
I tried to think back to what I'd seen so many times in the dream. It was 8 or 9 years ago now. About that long ago, I was still in elementary school.
でも、この平等じゃなかったとは思う。
I couldn't remember how we got in exactly, but I didn't remember sneaking through an automatic door. And
あれは精神科に見られるような治療じゃなかった。
actually, I don't think you could even call that treatment, whatever it was.
どうした？
I was about to ask before I saw her face and realized what was wrong.
大丈夫か？
大丈夫だよ。
She clearly wasn't okay. Did she remember what had happened before? Come to think of it, actually, she tried to act strong and failed last time too.
大したことじゃない。絵描きの情報を確かめて帰る。それだけだろ。
The nurses must have finished talking because I could hear the footsteps getting further away.
よし。
Sarika slapped her cheeks. Which cheeks? But she slapped her cheeks with her hands and to try and snap herself out of it.
行こう。タク。
あ、
When we got to the room, the dim light of the emergency exit lamp was shining down on it.
ここ？
I nodded. This was probably the place. It was a private room in the back, and there was no nameplates on the other private rooms we'd pass.
開けるぞ。
There was no time to hesitate. We could run into the nurse at any moment. I looked to the left and right, and checked that there was no one there before opening the door. It was a dark room with no lights. There was enough light to see my hands, but not my feet. Hmm?
誰もいない。
The bed against the wall was empty. The blanket was rolled up. Sarika looked over to see if I saw. Was this not the place?
他の部屋を探してみるか。
I went to leave when Sarika grabbed my arm.
なんだよ。
タク。あれ？
え？
Sarika pointed at the back wall of the room. Her hand was shaking a little. It was too dark to see. I softly crept forward to get a better look.
ん？
Ah, yes. Well, those are the designs for the sumo stickers.
なんだこれ。
The whole wall was covered with drawings of the sumo sticker and what looked like red paint. Red? Really? I can't tell.
気持ち悪い。
Is it red paint? Looks like, dark paint to me, but I don't know. I guess it's because it's in a dark room. Sarika grabbed onto my arm. The warmth reminded me that I wasn't alone. That made me feel just a little bit better. If I'd seen this alone, I might have screamed and gone crazy. I noticed there was an unpleasant scent coming from the red paint on the wall. Is it paint or is it something else? I took another step forward, and then I realized. I put my hand in front of my mouth to stifle my scream, and then another hand in front of Sarika's mouth to stop her from screaming too. Okay? Sarika ripped my hand away from her mouth and clung to me tighter. Oh no, it's not paint, it's... strawberry jam. No, okay, it's blood. This strange smell, like rust, was the same thing I smelled at the Love Hotel during the revolving dead incident. Who had drawn these? Who would draw something like this, and in blood? I imagined someone locked in a dim room, endlessly drawing paintings in blood on the blank wall, and a shiver went down my spine. I got goosebumps all over my body. There's something very wrong with this room. I mean, you don't say? And is it like fresh blood, Is it did it just happen today, or is this just a reoccurring, thing that the doctors just allow them to do? I don't know. I suddenly realized I was holding a smartphone in my quavering hand. And without even realizing it, I pushed the record button and started filming the drawings on the wall. Sarika tried to drag me back. But my body wouldn't move. I knew it was dangerous to stay here, but I couldn't move. I mean, it is pretty creepy, just a bunch of bloody drawings, but dangerous? Unless, I don't know, unless the patient is hiding here somewhere, ready to assassinate us or something. I don't know. Maybe. Sarika was saying something behind me. But while I could hear the sounds, I couldn't understand what they meant. And then... I heard a sound from somewhere in the dark room. It was a sound of someone scratching something. I gulped. And my body froze up even more. I mean... It's probably the patient? Working on his drawings, maybe. Someone was in here with us. Someone was in this room. In the darkness, I could hear the sound of something hard being scratched again. But the sound bounced off the walls of the square room, and I couldn't tell where it was coming from. I desperately searched around the room, eyes cloudy with terror. Right there. Wait, I know you. How long have they been there? The girl was crouching on the floor alone with her back to us. She was right next to the bloody sumos, a hand wrapped around her knees, and she was staring at her feet. She was staring at a drawing of a sumo sticker. It was too dark to tell for sure, but I thought I saw something dripping off her finger. That was blood. Well, it is more red, actually, when you look at the light. We were looking at the part of the wall that wasn't as lit up, so it just didn't look like blood to me, but now it does. She cut her finger to draw that. Okay, so that's where the blood is coming from. Well, be careful, little girl. You don't want to lose too much blood. Well, she's just drawing those pictures. Imagine also you might get an infection, You're just drawing so much sumos with your blood. I couldn't speak. My throat wouldn't work. I had questions to ask her. Who are you? Did you draw the stickers all around all over town? Why are you drawing those? But I just couldn't speak. The strange sight before me filled me with an undescribable terror. Really, it's just, scary lowly. How horrific. I was overcome by the idea that if I talked to her now, if she turned around, she would transform into something else and attack me. Oh no. The attack of the killer lowly. I heard my name and turned towards Serika. Her hand was clutching my arm tightly.
どうしたの？急に怖い声出して何かあったの？
何かって、お前、あれ。
Shaking, I pointed at the girl on the floor. But... There was no one there. Oh, okay. She disappeared. I was standing in the middle of a hospital room, shaking, and staring at the drawings of a sumo sticker design on the wall. Well, was that a delusion, or we didn't have a choice there to choose a delusion? I wonder sometimes, are we getting delusions when we don't pick like an option, That's why I wonder. Well, my hand had numbly lowered, and my smartphone was recording only my crotch. Okay. The new meaning for dick pics, anyway. Serika looked at me, worried.
あの女の子は。
女の子って何？
今そこにいただろ。
But there was no one in the direction I was pointing. Just eerie pictures in an empty room.
やだ！怖いこと言わないでよ。
じゃあ今のはただの妄想。
Or maybe whoever had drawn the bloody pictures on the wall was already dead, but some trace of their spirit was bound to these paintings and trapped inside the room, or getting into the supernatural now? No, that was way too paranormal for me. It was impossible. But I couldn't get the image of the crouching girl I thought I had seen out of my mind.
おのえ、行こう。ここは多分良くない。
I took Serika's hand and slowly started to walk backward. It felt like if I made a sound, all of the eyes of the sumos drawn on the wall would open and stare at me, and you would hear like babies crying in the background. We made it back to the room and jumped out of the hallway. Or jumped out into the hallway, rather. Okay. I mean, come on, guys! It's just a bunch of bloody, bloody graffiti.
ちょっと来て、そっちはいいから。
Oh, what's happening?
先生にも連絡を。何かあったかもしれません。
I could hear frantic voices down the hallway.
まずい。
The hospital staff must have heard my scream. They probably thought something had happened to a patient. They were gonna find us. Oh no. Huh. Did I just hear a sound from the emergency exit?
ここ開いてるよ。
Serika jumped onto the door.
早く。
ああ。
どう？そっちは？異常なしです。何があったんでしょう？
I could faintly hear the voices of nurses running back and forth across the hallway. It's normal? Have some weird, bloody sumo faces on a wall? I don't know. Evidently, they hadn't found us.
助かったね。
I could hear Serika take a sigh of relief in the darkness. I used the light from my phone to look around. We were on the landing of the staircase. These were probably the emergency stairs.
降りられそうだね。
Serika looked down, illuminating the stairs with her own phone.
なんで開いてたんだ
I mean, as far as I know, emergency stairs are supposed to be always open? You know, in fact, well, I don't know. In fact, usually they have to be open, and if you do open them, then it like automatically, you know, sounds the alarm. But I don't know. I don't know how it works in this hospital though.
非常口だからでしょ？
でも閉鎖病棟だぞ
If they were keeping the automatic door locked, there was no way they wouldn't lock the emergency exit. I mean, that's also a violation though of the fire code, but I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like
と閉め忘れだ。
I don't know. I don't know. Did they? Could we really get that lucky? I was sure I heard a sound.
タク、それより今はここから出ないと。
Yeah, we did hear a sound of something unlocking. Again. It's like a third time we hear something unlock. Conveniently, I guess. Serika pointed down the stairs.
ああそうだな
I used the light from my phone to look at the knob of the emergency door. Good, it was the type that opened from the inside. The other doors probably were too.
下へ降りて出口を探そう
オッケー。タク、さっきの壁の絵。
Serika was probably thinking the same thing I was. Was that where the creator of the sumo stickers was kept? Or someone who had something to do with the case? But in the end, I had no answer. There was a whole wall of sumo sticker images drawn in someone's blood. That was the only information we had. Serika seemed to understand that as well because she didn't ask any more questions.
よし開いた
I unlocked the door and quietly opened it, then peered down the hallway beyond. Oh. Oh, that's you. I guess the old woman is a patient in this ward, maybe? And obviously there's the little girl again. But she's not, you know, drawing, you know, bloody symbols on the wall or anything. I ducked without even thinking. I placed my hand on the open door to support myself, and then quickly yanked my body back inside toward the stairs. Why?
なんであの二人がここにいる
I'm a little confused, but alright. I guess Takaru knows them somehow? There's no mistaking it. Those were the two that Ito had noticed in the club room this morning. Oh, is that what it is? That's what he noticed? That these two were always in those pictures? At least from the long distance shots? And I guess they're related to the sumo stickers somehow. And maybe that's why... Well, that's probably why Takaru, you know, I assumedly had a delusion about her, you know, because otherwise how would he have a delusion about this girl if he never met her before? That's what I was thinking, but actually he had seen her before, at least in pictures. Serika stuck her head out just a little and saw them too. She dropped down. I put my hand over her mouth before she could finish. I know, so don't make any noise. Shh. Be quiet. Why were they here? Was there some connection between them and the sumo stickers after all? I could hear footsteps, theirs. I couldn't move, they'd hear me. I froze and concentrated on what I was hearing. Good, they were heading further away. No. I mean, they're not exactly from... I mean, they're patients. I assume the old woman at least is a patient. I don't know about the little girl. But they're not exactly employees in the hospitals or anything. So, I mean, you could just walk up to them and ask, you know. I don't think they're exactly dangerous, but, well, they're still gonna be hiding, I guess. Or at least, we might be giving away our position though because of our phone, but oh. Hey, what happened? Our phone fell. Oh no. They were getting closer. Who were those two? What were they doing here?
やばいよ。
Maybe.
もしかして事件の犯人
They're the old woman and the little girl? I mean, it's kind of unlikely, but I don't know.
取り返しのつかないことになる可能性だってあるの。
They're gonna kill us? I don't know how they would, but I mean, again, all these strange, like, deaths have always been, like, weird suicides, unusual suicides, so I don't know, maybe they have mind control powers. So, who knows? For a moment, I felt incredibly cold, like my whole body had gotten smaller. Because otherwise, you know, if they're just, you know, killers, like, physically, you could probably, like, at least run away from them, or even overpower them. It's just an old woman and a little girl. Why are you so afraid? I don't understand. The hand I was holding against the door was slippery with sweat. Though obviously you shouldn't underestimate them, because who knows? You know, that little girl might be a killer loli after all. Who knows? My heart was pounding loudly and it hurt to breathe. Oh no. Suddenly my frozen body was yanked upward. I stumbled and tripped and then was yanked up again.
こっち。
Just as Serica kicked open some kind of door and dragged me through, I saw them pick up my phone. Ah, my phone. It was like dropping the floor, and then now they have it. But my phone!
もう大丈夫かな。
Phones are pretty expensive, you know?
少し休もう。
I collapsed right onto the ground. I wanted to catch my breath, but it wasn't working. My legs were shaking from exhaustion, and my hands were shaking from the still lingering terror. Also, there's a bunch of bikes here. There's a lot of bikes.
大丈夫だよ。追ってきてはないみたいだから。
But I mean, since we left our phone there, if they really truly are the killers, that makes this is not good because they know who we are now and what we like. Assuming we have a bunch of information on the phone, they're gonna, you know who Takuru is and probably kill some witnesses. Well, it was all I could do to muster a feeble nod. I had no idea why, but my hands shaking made me really mad. I slammed them into the asphalt. Damn it. How? What were they doing there now that I had my smartphone with all its data?
やっぱりきっと歴史シールと関係あるんだよ。あの二人。
It couldn't be a coincidence.
あれ着信あったんだ。しんちゃん？もしもし、尾上です。どうしたの？うん。
よし
My breathing had calmed down. I needed to get my thoughts in order. The phone had a lock on it. They wouldn't be able to do anything with it immediately. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah. You know, put a password on it. Or whatever. It was clear the sumo stickers were involved somehow, in particular.
まだ事件が起こっていないのに壁一面に貼られた歴史シールが引っかかるな
Come to think of it, Kurusu said she was going to take down the security camera. What happened with that?
タク。
Serica turned around, moving very slowly. Uh-oh.
どうした
Uh-oh. What does that expression mean? I don't like your face, Erica. Well, well, not in like a rude way, but also I don't like the face you're making. Rather, Serica looked away from me for a moment and then back as if afraid of something painful.
のんちゃんが刺された。
Ah, yes, of course. Well, probably wasn't a good idea to go to the area where you were predicting the next death was gonna take place, you know?
あ、タクル兄ちゃん。
Doesn't seem like she's dead yet, though. She just got stabbed.
来る。そう。
You see, she's in the morgue. Now, Yui pointed toward the exam room in the back with a pained expression on her face. Damn it.
まさか。まさか。来るぜ。
Oh, Gen? What? Gen?
なんで。いや、来るぜ。来るぞ。
静かにしなさい。
Oh, okay, so she's completely fine?
一応病院なんだから。
Was she okay?
タクル、
何。
靴脱ぎなさい。
Yeah, you're gonna get the floor dirty. I forgot to take them off when I came in, so I quickly yanked them off my feet.
僕。
何？
いや、その。
I could see a bandage through the gaps in her pajamas.
ああ、これ？
Kurusu lifted up her shirt just a little to show me her stomach. It was wrapped in a thick bandage.
13針。大したことない。
お前。
Ow! I felt a dull pain in my face. I collapsed to the ground and he grabbed me by the shirt and lifted me back up.
ざけんなよ。お前、何してんだよ。
ちょっと、川原くん。
探偵ごっこがなんか知らねえけど、余計なことしてるからこんなことになんだろうが。死んでてもおかしくなかったんだぞ。
川原くん。
He pushed me away violently. My face stung from the punch.
おう、青少年。世のビールはこれか。
はい。他にもいろいろ入っているそうです。
すまないな。
ゲンさん、ありがとうございました。川原くん、それゲンさんの家まで運ぶのを手伝ってもらえる？
いや、でも。
お願い。
わかったよ。あの。
Okay. Oh, it seems. I mean, obviously, Kawahara probably has a crush on Nono-san, but it would never be, you know. It would never be recognized, I guess. Kawahara glared at me for a minute, then picked up the cardboard box and left. Instead, he's just escorting a homeless man with a bunch of beer.
Oh, Taku!
At least, well, I mean, technically, I mean, they call him homeless, but I don't know if there's a different name for it in Japanese. Technically, he has a house, right? He lives in the park, but I don't know.
ケンさん、なんで。
At least well, maybe not like a legal house. I don't know how it works.
まあ、いろいろだな。おう、嬢ちゃん、養生しろよ。
はい。ゲンさんも。 相変わらずひょうひょうとしてる人ね。
どうしていや、じゃなくて、何があったんだ？大丈夫なのか？
Kurisu's hand slowly stretched down to the wound in her stomach.
助けられたの。通りかかったゲンさんに。刺したやつを取り押さえてくれた。
Oh, he did?
あなたが仕掛けたカメラ、正確には伊藤くん？
それは。
まあいいね。とにかくカメラを外している時に妙なやつに声をかけられたの。聖なる結界の場所でどうしたこうした意味がわからなかったけど、それでいきなり詰め寄られて。
Crazy person talking about the barrier of the sumo stickers. Is it the same person that had wrote that blog or something? And then stabbed her.
まったくどこで売ってるのかしらね、ああいうナイフって。
Her voice was far more cheerful than I expected it to be after getting stabbed. For some reason, that made everything suddenly seem real. Kurisu had really been stabbed.
それでどうなったんだよ。
殴って逃げたに決まってるでしょ。そこにゲンさんが通りかかって取り押さえて、で110番。
110. Yeah, well, that's the emergency number. I believe 119 is when you call like the firefighters and the ambulance. But 110 is when you're reporting a crime, I guess. That's the police.
タクル？
傷は大丈夫なのか？
脇腹を軽く削ぐような傷だから内臓は無事。大丈夫。
Okay, so it wasn't a deep wound. That's good.
おや、宮代くん。来てたのか。久しぶりだな。お、玄ちゃんと川原少年はどうした？
帰ってもらったの。
例のお土産は？
渡しました。川原くんに頼んだから。
I see, Dad said as he scratched his head. It really had been a while since I seen his face, not since I left the dorm.
佐久間さん、私はこれで。ああ、そうでしたね。この度はのがすいませんでした。
Who's Wakui again? I mean, I know he's like a teacher. Is he like the club advisor? Or just like in general, just a teacher from the school, I guess?
いいえ、クルス君にはいつもお世話になっているので。じゃあ、クルス君、お大事にね。
ありがとうございます。ご迷惑おかけしました。
そうだ。宮代君もいるならちょうどいいか。
The teacher turned around and scratched his head the same way my dad did.
ちょっと言いづらいんだけど、それにまあ君たちが完全に悪いってわけでもないんだけど。
I was gonna say it's interesting that Miyashiro, refers to Dr. Man, as like dad. So it's not like he has a bad relationship, with him, but I guess that's not the reason why he left the dorm. I don't know.
おそらく新聞部は活動を自粛してもらうことになると思う。こんなことが起きちゃった以上は。
I nodded weakly. It didn't seem like there was anything else I could do.
まあね、これもいい教訓だと思って。いや、失礼かな。つまりね。
Okay.
先生。
はい。
お疲れ様でした。
Kurisu made a motion to shoo him away. Bye, useless adult. Kurisu suddenly sighed.
疲れた。
お前、教師からも怖がられてんのか。
違います。あの先生はいつもあんな感じなの。父さん、やっぱり上で休む。
大丈夫か？明日の診察までは寝てていいぞ。
痛み少しだけど引いてきたから。自分のベッドの方が楽。
運ばれた病院で薬何もらったんだ？
ファロとロキ。少し多めに飲んだの。あげませんからね。
バカか。タグ。もし熱が出たらすぐ言えよ。
Well, that ends well, I guess. But what I wonder is, who was the strange person that stabbed Kurusu? He or she, I guess, got caught by Gen, so I can only assume the police got them as well. So I wonder what happened. Like, who is that person? I don't know. Why did they just randomly stab Kurusu? Well, she slowly got up. I could see her holding herself up with her hands to avoid putting pressure on her stomach.
クルス、ごめん、僕が。
タクル、あなた今日泊まっていきなさい。
I knew her wounds had to hurt, but she was acting completely normal. That just made me feel even more depressed. I said yes in a voice so small even I could barely hear it. I'm being guilt-tripped to like staying here.
大丈夫よ。そんなにじっと見てなくても。
あ、いや。
Kurusu slowly lay down on her bed. I told her I would help her get up to the 3rd floor, but she said it would just make it harder for her to walk. At least I could bring the blanket all the way up to her shoulders.
ありがとう。やっぱり違和感あるわね。看病される側って慣れてないの。あ、ちゃんと冷やしときなさいよ。
Kurusu pointed to my cheek. Oh yeah, we got punched. She must have been talking about where Kawahara hit me.
こんな時まで他人の心配するなよ。
And it was my fault that this happened.
あなたね、言っておくけど。
Kurusu tried to raise her head up, but her wound must have hurt her, because she grimaced and lay back down. Oh, CG. Also says, no. Oh,
あ
yes.
なたのせいじゃないからね。刺されたのはあくまで私の責任。
I guess getting stabbed is my own responsibility. I don't know. It's a weird thing to say, but alright.
でも、僕がカメラなんて仕掛けなければ。
それは確かに褒められたことじゃないけど、でも予想できたことじゃないでしょ。
That was true, but
ああ、カメラ返しておく。ユイがその辺に置いてくれてない？
I looked around the room and saw there was a paper bag on the desk. The camera I had Ito set up was inside. There's some damage on the corner. It must have been dropped when she was stabbed.
どんなやつだったんだよ、その犯人。
暗くてよく見えなかったけど、2、30歳くらいの男。ごめん、電気消してくれる？仰向けに寝てると眩しい。
ああ。
I turned off the lights. Kurusu sighed to calm herself down.
ゲンさんに取り押さえられて、警官が来るまでわめき散らしてた。俺のネットの継承に気づかないお前たちごときが、とか。犠牲者の聖なる使いの俺に触れるな、とかね。
The alarm I sounded on the internet. The holy messenger of the victim. So, I mean, it would be a big coincidence, but I'm 90% sure it's the same guy who was obsessed with those stickers, I guess.
Huh?
Some random crazy guy. I suddenly realized that reminded me of something. It was the same with that stuff about the barrier that Kurisu was saying downstairs. Could he be? Yeah, that guy.
ページの管理人?
It's funny how it says, an urban legend lover who loves to relax and also stab, random schoolgirls at night, I guess.
詳しく
I don't
は
know.
明日警察の人が来ていくつか聞くことがあるって言ってたから、その時わかるとは思うけど。
I felt like her voice was shaking a little.
クルス。
なんでもない。大丈夫。
It was too dark to see clearly, but I could tell that she had her hand on her face. I finally realized that she was holding back tears. I swore at myself. Of course she was, damn it. She'd been stabbed in the stomach. Stabbed in the stomach. Stabbed in the stomach. Of course she was scared. Neither of us said anything for a while. I couldn't bring myself to say another word. Nothing I said would be right, and it felt like it would hurt her. I couldn't see her face. I didn't know if she was crying. But even if she wasn't crying, she may as well have been.
タクル
I don't know how long I was silent. My eyes had finally gotten used to the dark by the time she whispered.
言うとね、ラブレターもらったんですって。今野さん、覚えてる？
Okay, just randomly talking about this now, okay.
Huh?
I did not. I tried to remember, but maybe she wasn't expecting an answer.
5年生の時から同じクラスの。一度、優斗が休んだ時にプリントを持ってきてくれたメガネをかけた子。
Where's glasses, eh? Who's that? Who was the little girl, we saw in the hospital? Did she wear glasses? I don't know if they're the same person.
それをクラスの男の子にからかわれたらしくて。それでユイが。
And then she started to go on in a quiet voice. She told me that Dad had been busy lately, that he was being as obnoxious as ever, that she'd ordered him to stop drinking for a week today, that Yui was still afraid of men, but that she made friends with a boy in her class. Still afraid of men, okay. That Yuto wasn't getting any taller. He said it didn't bother him, but it obviously did. The air conditioner in the living room wasn't working well, and she and Yui had cut Dad's allowance to buy a new one. That the two of them were saving up on their own allowance too. That the old woman who was a regular at Albel Clinic, the one who taught Kurusu how to sew, or sue? Yeah, sue. I don't know why that feels wrong to me. Sue? Sue, right? Sue. I don't know, I just think sue as in S-U-E, sue. Like suing someone. Anyway. She wasn't doing so well lately. As she mixed up a clothes hanger with a clothespin, and one of the patients had laughed at her. I listened to her for a long time, only speaking occasionally. Her voice gradually got softer, and eventually I realized she was talking in her sleep. Then I realized something.
そうか。
Kurusu was telling me everything that had happened here in the half year I'd been gone. What had happened at home, what Dad and Yui and Yuto had been up to. She'd been saying all this because she wanted me to know.
それでね。
And then she died in her sleep. No, as I wait for her to finish her sentence, I could hear her soft breathing. She'd fallen asleep. I slowly stood up, careful not to make a sound. I readjusted the blanket over her once more and went to leave.
タクル。 事件を追うのは。
She was probably talking in her sleep. I heard the rest as I left the room, and I understand what she was saying all too well.